Right, in this mini lesson, we're going to be multiplying these two radical expressions. And the first thing that's really important to remember is that we have multiplication here. So we're really multiplying four factors. We have the numbers we're multiplying and the radicals. So since we can multiply in any order, let's just rearrange that. Maybe it will make more sense that we have 3 times 5 times the square root of 6x cubed times the square root of 30 x to the fifth. All right, let's multiply those numbers, get 15. And then for the radicals, we can multiply everything together with the radicals. And again, I'm going to group my numbers and my variable factors because we can multiply in any order. So 6 times 30 times x cubed times x to the fifth. Now I could multiply these together and get 180. But since I know I want perfect square factors, instead I'm going to write 30 as 6 times 5. So now I'm going to have 15, and we'll see why that is interesting. 6 times 30 is 6 times 5 times, and when I'm multiplying exponents with the same base, I can add those exponents, x to the 8th. The reason I wrote these numbers like this is that you can see 6 times 6, we've got 36, which is a perfect square factor, so we can know we can take the square root of that. All right, so now let's take out any perfect square factors under the radical, and we know we've got 36 as a perfect square factor, and we also know that x to the 8th is a perfect square factor because x to the 8th is equal to x to the 4th times x to the 4th. So anything multiplied by itself, we can take the square root. So we have 15 times the square root of 36, which is 6, times the square root of x to the 8th, which is x to the 4th, times the square root of square root of 5. All right, now we can multiply those numbers. 6 times 10 is 60, times 5 times 6 is 30. This is going to be 90, x to the 4th, times the square root of 5. And there we've multiplied those two radical expressions.